The thing about living near an HOA is that you never know when neighborly help turns into full-blown insanity. I dealt with enough of Karen's antics over the years, her fake fines, her community rules, even her attempt to claim my lakefront. But this time, she went too far. I woke up one morning, walked to my back porch with a steaming mug of coffee, and stopped dead in my tracks. My backyard, my private, fenced, peaceful acre, looked like a junkyard. There were kayaks, lawn mowers, old couches, storage bins, and one very suspicious-looking boat engine sitting in the middle of my vegetable patch. It looked like a yard sale hosted by pirates and hoarders. At first, I thought maybe a moving truck had crashed. But then I spotted it. A brand new HOA notice, taped to my gate. Notice: per community decision, this property is temporarily designated as a shared storage area for HOA members. Thank you for your cooperation. Signed, HOA President, Karen. I swear I almost choked on my coffee. I stormed across the yard, furious, when I saw Karen herself directing a group of people unloading more junk from a trailer. She had her usual sun hat and that evil little smile that said she thought she'd won. "Karen," I barked. "What in the 7 circles of nonsense are you doing?" She smiled sweetly. "Good morning. We're just using this area temporarily. The HOA storage shed is being renovated, and our members needed space. You have such a big backyard. It's only fair to share." "Fair," I said, trying not to laugh. "Karen, this is private property. You can't just—" She waved her clipboard. "Oh, it's already approved by the HOA board. You weren't at the meeting." "I'm not in the HOA." She shrugged. "Technicalities. It's community spirit." Then she pointed toward my barn. "We'll be putting the overflow in there. You've got so much space you won't even notice." That's when I stopped talking. I just smiled. Because if there's one thing I've learned from dealing with HOA Karen, it's this: you don't fight her with anger. You fight her with paperwork, precision, and petty revenge. I called my lawyer that afternoon. Turns out, by moving their stuff onto my land, the HOA had technically abandoned it there without permission, making it subject to state property disposal laws. In short, anything left without a written agreement could be considered abandoned goods. I double-checked everything, took photos, logged items, even made a detailed spreadsheet. Then I waited the legal 14 days. Karen never came to get the junk. In fact, she added more: bicycles, toolboxes, a literal bathtub. So, on day 15, I called a few friends, rented a tent, and printed flyers for a massive ranch auction. Everything must go. By Saturday morning, the lines stretched down the road. Locals came with trucks, trailers, even boats. They thought it was some big estate sale. And it was the HOA's estate. I sold everything. Every kayak, every sofa, every power tool. I even auctioned off that mysterious boat engine. Fetched $600. Karen showed up halfway through, red-faced and screeching like a banshee. "You can't do this. This is HOA property." "Funny," I said, showing her the photos and timestamps. "According to state law, you abandoned this junk on my land, which means it's mine now, and I'm selling it." She shrieked, "You'll regret this." The auction crowd just laughed. Someone shouted, "Hey lady, I just bought your treadmill." By noon, my backyard was clean again. Spotless, peaceful mine. I made just under $12,400 in sales. The following Monday, the HOA sent me a furious letter demanding reimbursement. My lawyer responded with a copy of the state abandonment statute and a lovely phrase: "Our client acted within his full legal rights." The HOA dropped it immediately. But Karen? Oh, she wasn't done. She tried to start rumors, told everyone I stole from the community. So I printed the receipts and mailed copies to every HOA member, along with a note: "If you're missing something from my yard, talk to your president." She gave it away. Within a week, half the neighborhood turned on her. They called an emergency meeting and voted her out. She moved a month later, apparently to a place with fewer stubborn ranchers. Now, whenever I walk through my backyard, the grass is green again, my garden's growing strong, and the air smells like peace and victory. Every so often, I glance at the one item I didn't sell. An old rusted lawnmower, the first thing Karen dumped there. I cleaned it up, painted it gold, and set it right next to my gate with a little sign that reads, Karen's first donation to the great HOA auction. It makes me smile every time, because nothing says sweet revenge like turning someone's arrogance into your profit.